I started playing guitar when I was in high school, and like every kid in high school, I like pop music, rock music. Jazz to me is like it's so fresh. You know, it's like nothing I heard from rock or pop music before. If you look back at the history of jazz here in Shanghai, it goes back like almost 80, 90 years ago. When I was a student here about 10, 15 years ago, there's already local Chinese musicians playing all around the city. And they're still playing now, but younger generation is coming up.
The scene here, I think in Shanghai, maybe foremost out of the cities in China with like a bustling jazz scene, is extremely eclectic. Chinese musicians working with other musicians in cities like Shanghai and Beijing and elsewhere, and just working really hard on their craft. So it's a kind of like cultural fusion, like jazz was since the beginning.
Jazz involves a blending of different cultural elements, but it is no more than an interplay of music notes. Also in Shanghai, there is a much larger experiment of fusion of people, money, and ideas. It happens here in Disneyland, the first American theme park on the Chinese mainland.
We decided that we were going to focus on what we call authentically Disney and distinctly Chinese. For example, the castle that's behind us, it's the tallest castle in the world. But at the tallest peak of it, there is a peony flower at the top.
A peony flower,
that's
a
right.
Chinese flower.
That's right. The second spire down has a magnolia flower to celebrate Shanghai.
That's the city flower for Shanghai.
Absolutely.
Disney's efforts paid off. It received its 10 millionth guest in just under 11 months after its opening in 2016.
I think this is the good outcome of China-American relations. And also, this is a good example of Chinese culture and American culture to work together to bring the people the colorful world.
Localization also enabled Disney to better weather the storm caused by COVID-19. The Shanghai resort reopened in May, the first among Disney's parks.
We knew that people were going to have to be much more mobilely savvy at the end of this. And so we had to introduce some new technology to allow us to register people before they came to the park, to stagger arrivals.
Do you think you will be able to come back to the good old days, or it will probably be reshaped by COVID?
I think we've learned a lot during the course of that. I spoke earlier about the technology and how people have grown dependent even more so on their mobile device. So leaning into that and making sure that we have services that are available that way to ease the friction in the process is really key to our success in the future as well.
Choices.
Joe said his park is still running at half capacity, but he's also looking at the Zootopia under construction. For him, the happiest moment is the lightning show. But it's not the light in the fireworks, but the gathering of crowds and the smiles on their faces.
Be it jazz or Disneyland, it is about fusion. People and ideas can only thrive in the context of coming together. This is the story of Shanghai, and it can be the story of the entire world.